Gemma. I don't think she's ever been on the channel before, but she's my main barrel horse now. She's 9 years old, and I was just gonna do some drills to help y'all out with making your turns snappier and make your horse want to turn faster and quicker and make them kind of anticipate it so that they'll fire out harder and just make your runs faster overall. So in this drill, my main goal was to get her turns more snappy and to get her to finish them really well. Some horses like to bow out and start running on the backside but not finish their turn. So as you can see right here, I use my outside hand and my outside foot to get her to finish it super, super close.
Yeah, I think this drill's really good to use to get them to do that, as long as you're making sure you're moving them forward. You don't want to go in there and be pulling them back or let them drop into the barrel and drop their shoulder. You want to make sure that their feet are constantly moving forward and around to make sure that you're leaving that barrel the way
you're, making your runs faster by pushing them more.
So in this drill, my horse is getting a little bit hot, a little bit chargy going into the barrels. I wasn't originally planning on putting this drill in here, but I just thought that it would be fitting. I know other horses have this problem too, so I just make her stop and just calm down, not let her get too silly and stressed out over it. Just make sure her mind is sound, most importantly.
I think that not just a horse, but also us as riders get really stressed out, and we really are oh my gosh, this barrel has to be perfect, and it just kind of relaxes both you and your horse. Makes you chill out.
Yeah, I think mental clarity for the horses is so important here. Something that we often work on when speeding up is we're trying to add more speed and make them turn faster and all that. But if we can take them in there and make it relaxed, they're going to be so much faster if they're smooth and can think than if they go in there and just totally panic and can't really think their way around the barrel.
So in this drill, I'm not actually using the pattern, but it does still apply to the pattern. This is just basic horsemanship, doing some rollbacks and getting my horse to use her hind end, which will really benefit you in barrel racing. If your horse starts to drop their front end, then they lose a lot of speed because their whole motor is in their back. So this helps with that. And
you don't want to I don't know, be super picky. I mean, they're not professional cutting horses or anything, so it's okay if you have a lot of mistakes in there. You just want to have the basic idea.
Yeah, and especially if you're working young horses, keeping them, it's good to do work on the pattern, but keeping them free and clear thinking out away from the pattern is important too. It's so important to have a foundation where you can ask your horse to move out and you can ask him to turn and all that quickly away from the pattern. If you can't do that, there's no reason to start pushing them on a pattern. You want them to be clear and you want them to be comfortable with their body and how they move away from the pattern, so that when you put them on there, it's just adding a barrel to the turn rather than trying to entirely build your turn around the barrel.
And just another clarification, we said it in the beginning, but we're not professional trainers, but from our knowledge and experience of our life, this is what we see that can work for us personally.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and our social media platforms will be in the description below.
Yeah, and if you have any recommendations or if you have anything specific that you liked about this video or anything like that, just let us know.